Okay, move up on to question and answer session. Sir, any question and answers?
So we had an excellent session, and Dr. Himanshu, although you said that it was the first time you are speaking on such a big stage, but you really did a good job. So congratulations. A very small question for Dr. Vidya. Can we consider in cases of acute tuberculosis also single stage THR in cases of acute fulminant tuberculosis? Is there any literature supporting it?
Mike.
Sir, in acute advanced tuberculosis, I would like to say that at least 2 weeks of ATT, it is sufficient enough. At least 2 weeks of ATT.
Thank you so much. I believe there's one paper by Dr. C.S. Yadav and Dr. Niyogi, as told by Dr. Nishikant. We have a paper from AIIMS that we can go for acute replacement in THR in cases of tuberculosis. Maybe you will be in a better position to highlight. And one more question for you also.
So we have a paper published with COR with THR in acute settings of tuberculosis. But the important thing is that must not be having a fulminant pus under the cover of ATT. Important thing is how well you have done debridement. If you have done a good debridement, you can go ahead with the acute setting of total hepatoplasty in a single stage. So that is very important. The pus should not be there. There's a granulation tissue there. You can just do the debridement. You can just go ahead and do the primary THR in those cases.
We have spine surgeons here, and I would like to say that in POTS spine, we can go for instrumentation in that particular case, even with pus, as there is no biofilm production in the spine, but not in case of TB. In case of pus, we have to just terminate the surgery.
See, it's important how you have diagnosed tuberculosis in joint, okay? Before going for THR or TKR, for anything. How you have diagnosed that it is in tuberculosis. That is most important. If you have done a biopsy, if you have poured in a needle inside the joint, then anyway you will wait for 3 weeks, okay? If you have poured in a needle, ask 20 or 2,000 surgeons if there is any injection has been given in a knee or hip, how many of a recommendation is to wait for at least 3 months, 3 weeks to 3 months, okay? So you have to be very categorically careful when you say that in TB you are doing a total hip or total knee in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. It's easier said than done, okay?
So important thing is if you are having granulation tissue, we can go ahead, but fulminant pus is there.
Diagnosed. So problem is how you have diagnosed tuberculosis.
So diagnosis is not just a single thing. You have to be a meticulous clinical investigative. There are all lots of parameters.
If tuberculosis is diagnosed, suppose you open a joint because of some suspicion, then you can go ahead and do a THR or TKR. It's not a problem at all. Okay? You can rim because drugs are so beautifully now so many drugs are there that it can be managed very easily unless until, as Nishikant said, pouring with pus, then it is very difficult.
Wait.
But if you have diagnosed tuberculosis by any other mean, then it's always better to wait. The patient has waited for so many months. Okay, and yes, it's why patient cannot wait for 3 weeks for the drugs to act 3 weeks, 6 weeks. So
it's always better to do it in 2 stages. Always better.
Thank you so much. Excellent discussion. And one thing, just you made the topic of infection very interesting. Normally in conferences, you see people dozing off while speakers are talking about infection. Would you be able to elaborate a little more on how your experience was at the Indo clinic, the way they would do debridement all day long? I think that part needs to be reiterated.
I think your education, your training is not complete in joint replacement unless you visit Indo clinic. So this has been my perception, and I think everyone who is doing joint replacement will agree with this. So they already have around 30 cases in the list with 20 infections. So they have 20 OTs. So each OT is dedicated to single case. So their planning is they do a joint aspiration. If the culture is positive and the organism of low virulence, they want to go ahead with the single stage revision. So one debridement used to take 6 hours. So used to debride everything, leaving just the popliteal artery. So just leave the popliteal artery and the patellar tendon, just take out everything. After doing the debridement, just take around 15 minutes to put the implants. So I again stress over the same thing. The most important aspect in joint replacement is how well you have done the debridement. So that is the most important part.
Right, thank you, sir. The idea is the idea of debridement in cases of PJI cannot be overemphasized.
Yeah, one question to you.
Yeah.
Like in a delayed infection, like how you really decide to retain or remove the implant, or what are the criteria you fix up?
Sir,
like yes, I'll retain it, or yeah, I'll remove it.
So my cutoff limit, the duration is very important, sir. When the patient delayed, you just asked about delayed infections. Yeah. So the patient first presented with the symptoms and the presentation to me should be less than 3 weeks. First. Then I did the joint aspiration. If there is increased total cell count, increased neutrophil count, I'll go ahead with the debridement if it is less than 3 weeks. If I found there is fulminant pus inside, I will just take out everything. If I just found that there's just granulation tissue, there's suspicious of fluid of infection inside, I will do it in 2 stages of debridement and retain the processes.
Retain the process.
Yes. So my cutoff limit is 3 weeks.
But the delayed infection says that it is more than 10 weeks. Then it is suppose the operated and then after 10 weeks it comes to you.
I'm saying about the onset of symptoms.
Symptom, yeah.
The delayed means after 3 months anything is delayed.
Yeah. So after the symptom, you just
Yes. Wait for
cutoff
3
point
weeks.
is the 3
3
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah, right. So you always prefer 2-stage debridement.
2-stage debridement. Sir. Thank you. Yeah. After, I just elaborated the technique, sir. So after in the first stage debridement, you just remove the poly, do the meticulous manual debridement, put the same poly inside with a high dose antibiotic cement inside. After 5 days, again open it, remove the antibiotic cement bits, take out that poly and exchange it with the newer poly.
Second, after 5 days.
After 5 days, sir.
Criteria
Yes, sir.
that whether the implant is loose or not. Like you go for the CT or
CT is not very diagnostic. I think it's always intra-op decision, sir. Whether the implant is loose or not, it's an intra-op decision, sir.
yeah, right.
Yes, sir.
How do you decide the IV antibiotics and how long you go for it?
This is a very important thing. I congratulate for asking this question. I think antibiotic protocol is for the infections. 2 weeks of IV antibiotics, and I change it. When I get the culture, I can change it. But normally I start with a Supasef and 1 Levoflox kind of antibiotics from the gram-negative coverage. For 2 weeks of IV antibiotics with 4 weeks of oral antibiotics with 1 rifampicin into it, oral. For infections,
For infection after implant removal,
after implant removal, 2 stages.
2 stages.
2 stages.
After implant fixation, in second stage,
Altogether, antibiotic coverage should be around for 6 weeks, 2 weeks of IV antibiotics and 4 weeks of oral coverages. And among the oral, 1 should be rifampicin.
Dr. Nishikant.
Yeah.
So the microbiologist would always insist on a ciprofloxacin and along with or on top of it rifampicin because they are anti-biofilm antibiotics. These are 2 antibiotics proven to be anti-biofilm. So no matter what's your choice, usually it will be local based depending upon pathogen or culture based. But these 2 should always be added and minimum of 6 weeks. A hard fast rule like 2 weeks of IV can be changed depending upon your
virulence of the
serum
organism.
markers,
Yeah.
your procal, your CRP levels can be 2 or 3 weeks. But a total of at least 6 to 8 weeks of antibiotics or even longer is definitely recommended along with anti-biofilm antibiotics.
So the most important thing is your antibiotics are useful only before the biofilm is formed. Once your biofilm is formed, the antibiotics is not going to help you. In fact, that is detrimental. That can mask the infections. So use your antibiotics judiciously. That is the most important aspect. And rifampicin, this is not only just antitubercular. They are acting as a staph aureus as well. So that is also a factor.
No, rifampicin is always used for the biofilms, which is
Biofilms,
made
yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
But literature says that the oral antibiotics should be given for 3 months after IV antibiotics. So
3
most of
months
the
is a-
literature I have seen that in infection, especially joint infection, you should
These recommendations keep on changing, sir.
Changing, yeah.
Keep on changing.
So your say is 2 weeks
2 weeks IV and 4 weeks of oral.
4 weeks of oral.
Yeah, please.
Sir, in case we are planning for two-stage, first stage removal of the implant and second stage for the revision surgery, how long should we wait for the next surgery after the index surgery?
That's what I highlighted the most, I think. So you didn't pay attention to my slides. So anyway, the timing of implantation, re-implantation is the most important aspect. So there are various markers. So the important thing is the newer thing which has come up is the serum D dimer. So cutoff limit is 850. So if your serum D dimer level is less than 850, it means your infection is more or less controlled. So you can go ahead with the fixation. So normally, overall, among the surgeons, it has been a consensus that it should be around 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks, you can say. In this period, you can go ahead with the second stage of reimplantations.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but there is no time for any more question. So we will continue with the next session.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all the speakers.
I thank all the chairpersons, faculties, Nishikant sir, Vidya sir, and Sudeep sir, and all the delegates to make the session so interactive. And I quickly end up this session, and I call upon Sudhir Mane sir to start the next session.